recording sometimes. Okay, see if I got it all together here. All right, so the Queen, the Reptilian Bloodlines. I might as well just milk this as long as I can. So it might be a Queen subject matter. There is some Anunnaki connection there, obviously. We'll see. Let's see how far I go with this. Yeah, I'll get sick of it. That's already been done. Let's just go. Wish that thing would just go away. On a serious note, so I saw some of the new Thor movie, Love and Thunder. There's actually child trafficking in that thing, and the shadow being that's in it, it's like gore or something like that, which I talked about. I didn't know anything about the movie at all. I didn't know they were kidnapping kids in the thing. Jeez. And out of all the companies to do that, Disney, which has its own soul trap energy connected to it, basically Walt Disney is a magician in some form or another. But to have, Walt Disney himself, but to have Disney to have human trafficking in a movie is just fucking just messed up. It's like almost like they're revealing themselves. So obviously they're going to deny all that, but and the shadow being that's in doing all of those things, they come in the shadows. Demonic beings come in, grab the kids, and go. Just very simple. It's not. Thor is supposed to be. It's funny. It has this lighthearted, really, really stupid energy, and then it gets really dark. When the villain shows up, it's funny how it goes from light to dark. Yeah, it's good. I want to watch this thing at night. That's for sure. It's creepy. It's just so going to some of that. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with that actually, but I want to at least bring it up, and I'll go into a little bit more details here. Well, it's actually very unsettling, actually. Like I said, out of all companies, Disney should not be making movies like that. It's like making songs of the South, a bunch of racism movie. That was about racism, basically, and this is about human trafficking. So it feels a little bit too real, actually. And it's funny, Thor is just a complete idiot to the whole thing. Even his costume looks like it was made at the dollar store. It was all done on purpose to make lighthearted one way and extremely dark the other. So yeah, it's definitely saying something for sure. I was not expecting that. I just saw it on TV, just because it's new. It's like I might as well check out. I haven't been too big of a fan of anything they do, but whatever. And time traveler frequency is basically getting a time traveler's perspective of all that's happening here, and see where things are going. So I'm glad the Queen is gone. She's probably whatever. It's amazing how so many people are worshiping that energy. It's funny how so many are mourning it. You don't even know who she is. You don't even know her. It's just like, did she call you up on your birthday? So wish you happy birthday or something? No. So it's weird. Yeah. Well, anyway, whatever works for you. This new system, I haven't quite got it down. It's been a while. All right, I haven't had a comment prayer sessions. Got a scheduler. Got a shop. I'm at. I'm gonna forget where I'm at right now. I'm in the middle of the month somewhere. Same situation here. I have the webinar, social network. Oh, I forgot to post in there. And behind the scenes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Too much going on. Come on. Oh, not done yet. 1 second. Outside the social network here. I did some upgrades on it, just a little bit here and there, but yeah, this is the future. This is the Facebook killer. We'll see how that goes. I'm not holding my breath on that one, but nice. Yeah, I don't need to see her. Go away. So this is this is Love and Thunder. Yeah, it's like a retard movie basically. And like the brain of this movie is, and this thing in the background, evil as shit. It's like, but yeah, this is the villain, and he's kidnapping children. It's a shadow being. So this is one of the looks that he has. What's that's in the comics. But this isn't a kids. This is practically a kids movie. And it's like a nightmare. I mean, look at that sucker. So, I don't want to go too deep into it, but yeah, this sucker is. I didn't realize it looked like that too. Jeez, I haven't seen the full details of it, but yeah, this isn't a kid. This is practically a kids movie. So, but yeah, it kidnaps the children. The shadow of demonic beings grab them, and and basically he kills gods. Like this is something that's done on the outside, on the border of the universe, basically, and the border of the galaxies, and out in the middle of nowhere. So and you can say, and then the movie they take the kids. There's no images of that, but they take the kids and what the hell is that? That's a toy. But they take the kids and take them to space. Oh, it does that on its own. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, they take the kids. Take them to space. So it's interesting. Oh, okay. No, I'm doing wrong here. Okay, cool. All right, figure that out. So anyway, that's kind of messed up when you think about it. So yeah, it's creepy. And it's in a Disney movie, a soul capturing Disney movie. Is that going to start coming to an end? Not yet. No, it's too ingrained. So Disney's kept the stock market keeps Disney going. So major changes have to happen there for Disney to collapse. Like people can't invest anymore in it. It needs to really start, and that's with all these other companies too. They're complete evil pieces of shit, basically. But yeah, the stock market is the lifeblood of us. Of course, people put their money into it, invest in it. It's almost like they don't always realize that they're, giving their power away. In some cases, it all depends on the situation there, but it's kind of like that. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's interesting how. So yeah, people are looking for the new Earth and all this new vibrations, basically. But we have to know how all this works. You have to see the darkness come out into light. Of course, you're kind of seeing it there, but yeah, we have to connect to the astral realm. So light and dark can see each other, and we're seeing it now, but we're not seeing the full darkness as what creature beings, things like that. So even even in was it the She-Hulk, they have demons in that too. Like it's no big deal. So there's so it's getting us ready for what's to come, I guess. All right. So okay, we're going to the Queen Reptilian Bloodline frequency, the Anunnaki energy. So we get the Anunnaki's point of view of this family line, the soul-sucking family, British family. And move on from there. Go into Thor. Yeah, I guess I can tap into Thor's frequency. and see what Thor has to say about this, because the Thor in that movie is more manufactured. You know, it's not really the real Thor, obviously. Oh yeah, they had a thing about Zeus, and that was fascinating seeing that. I didn't see the whole thing, but it was I don't know if I can find that here actually. Let's see. Let me see. Um, yeah, I don't. Yeah. I could do that. We'll put this up for a second. Let's see if I get this. I don't know if I'm doing this right still. It's been a while. But here is like kind of like a perfect. I was wondering where they were when they went to this place. Kind of like a perfect. You can barely see some of it. It's kind of like this, kind of like a utopia reality. I can't really see a whole lot of it here, but it's like a utopian realm. It's all golden, and it does actually have a lot of positivity. Of course, with Zeus, it has a lot of ego, but either way, it is an astral realm for sure. What they're showing there. Yeah, I don't see much here. I see a little bit of it there. But yeah, that was pretty neat. I don't want to see that, but it was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was interesting to see what that was. Yeah, it was just fascinating. Yeah, it's a little bit better review of it. There's definitely places like that for sure. And they're probably Anunnaki. Yeah, it's probably Anunnaki realms. But either way, there's different types places for everybody. So, okay, all right, we're going to going to the Queen, Bloodline, Thor, and time travel. And Fritzy is here, biting at my legs. And yeah, she bites my leg. Ow. All right, I don't know if she'll make an appearance or not. I'm not sure. Here's Fritzy. Here, say hi. Almost got my eye. Probably wasn't a good idea to do that. So, okay, all right. Okay, here we go. Blessings. Here we go. Greetings. We got Anunnaki consciousness. The Queen's energy. Yeah, she's a small part of a bigger picture. She does siphon the vibrations from the people. If people are unaware of their abilities and their power, she's there to stand over them, to siphon the frequencies, to send it to those that will use it wisely. As there's still people here are still not aware of who they are. So basically, people are kind of like batteries. At least those that are giving away their power. They're not quite ready to connect to the astral realms, to their spiritual self. So many do want to be human and want to be as human as they can. And they'd rather have a boss, a queen, to tell them what to do, to keep them in this human experience. So this is why so many give away their power so easily, because they want to be a part of this physical realm. And a monarch is one way to keep it going, like the enterprise of being, like the corporation of being human, to keep the system going. Now, obviously, many of you are here to bring us to its expiration. So you are, yes, doing a great deal, actually, more than you might realize. The one way to look, how do you see the future? How do you see the earth Now, some obviously see cataclysms, and there is a possibility of that. But if you put that to the side, how do you see the future? What kind of future do you like to see? On a positive level, and this will help you see what you're doing. Actually, maybe not in full detail, because not but it's basically like if you want to clear out the monarchy and allow more humans to connect with themselves and have more of a utopian reality without the restrictions. That is what you're working towards. There's much more to it than that. It's not here to suppress anyone. You already have that. Now, obviously, there are others that want to continue that, well, because they can hide in the shadows. Because many of those in the shadows are the gods that are here. That are suppressing Africa, because Africa has a lot of knowledge. If you take Africa and South America and bring more enlightenment to their frequencies, because there's a lot of alien energies there, more of the alien vibrations will begin to activate. Basically, Earth would begin to shift and change. It might be a whole scary for a human's point of view. But you can say I'll go back to Atlantean times. Not exactly, but similar. So. You've learned a lot since then. Basically, now humanity is more of a mature teenager at this point. Some of you are adults, but many are still at a teenager level, as you can see by giving their power away. As you can see, that also they look at the monarchy and say, "Are we allowed?" It's like a parent. Can we do this? Can we do that? No, there's laws for all those things. It's kind of like a parenting energy. So. And of course, you're taught this by your own families. It's what you do. And now you're here to unlearn all of this and connect to your galactic families, because the galactic realms, for better or for worse, if you love them, hate them, whatever it might be, that realm is going to continue to open. And there's this much more that's on its way, of course. Basically, the third dimension is not going to expire just yet, but it is in its expiration. There's still much to go with all this. But as for Anunnaki energies, many chose the position of basically being a parent of humanity. It's not all Anunnaki. There are other beings, but and you can say that some Anunnaki, of course, force humans to break down, to do as they say, do as what the parents say, and that ruling continues currently. A lot of those energies are also in the Vatican. Basically, in the Vatican, there are books of like creature type beings that have been found, but not disclosed to your public. So Egypt, of course, once Egypt starts to unravel itself, when the truth starts to be seen, then the earth becomes a whole different energy, of course. And that's basically what's hidden. So even the monarchy has Egyptian frequency of control. It's no different than your modern pharaoh. And your pope is your spiritual modern pharaoh. But pharaohs obviously have not left the building. They've never left. Yes, it changed with the times, but still the spells continue. Even with the queen, with her crown, that's connecting to the astral realm. It's like receiving programming, and it's programming the people, actually, with jewels, with fashion, with glamour, beauty, things of that. It also puts out a sound that you do not hear. Of course, your average human, your broadcasts, your news organizations, they are so third dimensional. You talk all this, it's like it's talking crazy. They are in their own mind because they're like living in a cocoon of themselves. They have no idea there's something outside of their perception of reality. Of course, the guides are always talking to everyone. And, being patient, but realize this human experience is very important to me. This human experience is like having a fine wine. It's like having jewelry. It has a lot of worth to it. And that's why so many take it so seriously. Some of you incarnate here, yes, to hit the expiration button to release it, because it's like telling the world, it's like, you had your time here. It's time for it to change. It's kind of like this world is, you can say, in a nursing home. It's time to transition. You've done all these things. It's like, that's great. You have a great track record, maybe not the best track record, but either way, you had a not the easiest path. And it's time to transition to more of a higher frequency. It's time to just let go of the old body. So obviously, many are gonna have a whole lot of difficulties with that. Like you're trying to wipe their human race out. Far from it. Yeah, idea is for you to connect more to yourselves, so you can free yourselves from all these challenges, and then connect in and find new challenges, because many obviously are not letting go of this reality. Many Anunnaki are battling what's happening here. The challenges here, they're battling. This hasn't ended just here. It's just this world. You can say Mother Earth asked for assistance. Look at it that way. It's like Mother Earth herself, like, I'd like a change. If the people don't want to change, I'd like a change. Not to discount what people want, not at all, because it's going to take a while still. Grease you. We have the energies from spirit. About, yes, Thor, the human traffic frequencies. Of course, yes, some of you like to see Thor's energy. We can bring him through for that moment. But the human trafficking energy, yes, they are revealing themselves. Disney is a soul trap. Yes, it's a hub. It's always interchanging. It's trying to lure souls into their frequency. So a soul has to give up their power. Seduction. So you're basically clearing out these seductive energies. When people realize how manipulative this reality is, they will turn it off immediately. But they're not always seeing how sophisticated it truly is. And many of you go into the spiritual realms to unlock these programs, which is not easy. Because some of you do unlock people from their programs, but then they put themselves back into it. Which is very frustrating. That's why some of you wake up frustrated. It's like, I'm trying to assist these people to evolve. It doesn't mean you have to go into spirits and connect to their spirit guides and have this utopian reality, but so many are falling back. Yes, they get into drugs, they quit drugs and go back into it. And that's what some of you are dealing with in astral. Of course, some are dealing with their own path. Dealing with that themselves. A lot of angel energies get addicted to drugs because they're used to the higher frequencies and they need more. Andromedan beings, some do get obsessed with drug frequencies too, because they come to this low energy. You become artists, you become songwriters. They sing a lot of sad songs because they feel like they're lost here and they don't feel like they can leave. And some do get trapped. A lot of them do not get trapped, but some do. But the human trafficking frequency is revealing itself slowly. Yes, a lot of these corporations, it's not just one, it's several. Even McDonald's has that energy connected to it. Eventually, it'll become more. Well, if it's advertising to children, I should say something. Let's put it that way. Advertising to children is this soul capturing frequency. So they use harmonics, they use the sound of looks, colors, and all of these things to lure just the energy into it. Yeah, where phantom energies can come in. So basically, one way of looking at it, like if you have children, keep them away. Just keep them away from the advertising. Helps out a lot. Yeah, because then they can go to these places, even like at Disney, and not get pulled into it deeply. But the advertising is the biggest seducer. Like you can go to Disneyland and be okay. Yes, there's manipulative energies, but like I said, that once they get that mindset that they need to be there over and over again, that shows the worth. That's when they get addicted to a certain place, like at Disney or even McDonald's. That shows the addiction energy has begun. So this is. Brings you. We are from the year 3000 rings. Now, what is your outcome of your reality? Obviously, we're a part of a timeline that's much different than yours. The Queen's energy. The Queen's energy has like an interlocking frequency. Yes, it's always evolving, always changing. It has the media wrapped around her little finger. That's to keep the seduction going. So basically, even the royal family is part of the media empire, part of its creation, you could say, to keep people part of the abyss, the dream of wealthiness, power, luxury, beauty. It's like a commercial. It's like you're seeing a commercial in your everyday life. You see that with the celebrities also. They're walking commercials. So it's many of you are getting more real with yourselves, and you already are, but you're going to get deeper into it. Maybe not, physically, because people are still kind of in its matrix, in its mental programming. So when you tell them about the reptilians or any type of being, obviously people are like freak out because that's not part of their program. And some of you might see more of the program, so that's why some of you don't want to say anything public for a good reason. And yeah, there's different layers of the program. There's so many different layers of it. Why some are so successful here is depending on the level, like celebrity success, let's put it that way. There's different levels of it, but yes, they're part of some kind of program. So, and some of you are playing like the David and Goliath. Like some of you just, not to put the whole biblical energy out there, but sometimes it's better being David than Goliath being. At least in that scenario. Of course, David got corrupted over time. But sometimes it's better to be the little guy. It's like let the big guys, the corporations, people with a lot of popularity, let them grow, get them get big, and then not that you're going to take them down, but you never know. I think you understand where we're getting at. So that's why you stay small for various different reasons to keep your humanity. So the Queen's energy is like a storybook with a lot of pages of luxury. Once again, wants to get people, don't you want to be like this? Don't you want to live this life? Don't you want to be, all this glamour? And that has a reptilian frequency of, now we got you. So, yeah, sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with having luxuries and things like that, but there's different ways of going about it. Even a diamond ring can have seductive frequencies around it. Even a wedding, those royal weddings that people have. I mean, you don't have to be royalty to have a royal wedding. And some of those have a seduction frequency also. The fairy tale energy. Doesn't mean you can't have one like that, but there's different ways of going without the programming. So it's just from our time traveling perspective, yes, your world is actually learning a lot. It is just a lot to scale down from the system that's been built up for you. Now, I realize humanity wanted to go this way. Obviously, not all of you wanted to, but this is what the mass collective needed for their growth or consciousness. And some of you are helping it, letting it down little by little. It's like, okay, come off your high horse. It's time to let go of all this. Like obsessed with madness or obsessed with chaos. I think some of you have seen it. Oh no, look the news. Oh no, look all these terrible things happening. They can be addicted to chaos with that. Even abuse. Some get addicted to abusive frequency because they lost the self-love for themselves. But no one's ever going to love them. So stay in this abusive relationship. And some are staying in abusive earth energies and not wanting to let go. And it's funny how the morning frequency, like, people cross over, and then there's others morning. It's like, don't you want to be here and be beaten up along with the rest of us? Go through this earth's cruelty, because some have truly lost their sense of self. It's like they keep coming back to this world because they have no respect for themselves. So they keep getting beat up. They go through abuse. Oh no, this is happening to me. That's happening to me. Victim, victim, victim. So slowly that will start to unravel itself. It's not an easy one. That's a difficult one for some to see. So for the future, for on a high note, many of you are winning this. It's just not an easy win because there's so many more battles to win. It's like the little bighorn. That's what I'm saying. Once you think you had one victory, there's many more victories to come. This is kind of like 1,000 years war, yes. Unfortunately. So blessings to you all.